What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about being happy and the way we become happy for most people, the way to let everything around you just absolutely prosper is to become financially free. Now, financial freedom looks different to every single person. Not one person out there has the same idea or concept of financial freedom. It's different and it's on a case by case basis. Most people will say, I want to make $1 million a year. That's not even necessary. What you really want is about 15 to 25 times, 15 to 25x what you will make in a single year, or what you will spend in a single year. Sorry. I'm just getting into the groove of things, guys. I took one day off. I worked myself to the absolute bone, and so I'm back here. And I thought that I could sit down and talk to you guys, and that's what I'm attempting to do now. So as my brain warms up a little, just stick with me. You want to make around 15 to 25 times what you spend per year. Will that make you happy? Probably. And people will say, how do I get that? Well, there's so many different ways on how to get it. If I give you my roadmap, then you'll end up just like me. And nobody wants that because this is my life and not yours. A lot of people think they might want it, but in hindsight, I had to go through a lot of crazy shit to get here. So I'm attempting to hopefully save yourself, save you some time. I know I'm not the most braggadocious YouTuber, and I'm not the most showy, flashy YouTuber. I don't have to be. If you can't keep your attention on this screen to find out how money actually works and how to create a life full of challenge and prosperity, then click off. This isn't for you. Go watch some PewDiePie or something. Go watch a cat video. Don't watch this because this is real and this is raw and it's not something that can be explained in 5 minutes. I can't tell you the secret to life in 5 minutes. Sorry. Go follow someone else's clickbait bullshit if that's what you want. But if you want the honest truth, then stay. Stay and listen. I dare you. Watch it till the end. That's kind of the first challenge for you, is you have to eat shit and do things that aren't easy, including watching this video. You have to do things that are uncomfortable. But most importantly, if you say, how do I make a lot of money? I would ask you what you love to do. And that's cliche as fuck. And I know that's cliche. But let me tell you, there's many, many ways to make an immense amount of money. Almost unlimited ways to do that. You could do that in car sales. You could do that in any type of sales. You're basically offering others value. And so if you could offer someone value, how would you go about doing that? Maybe you enjoy yoga. Okay, start teaching yoga classes. Scale it. Put it online. Create products surrounded around your brand once you become somebody associated with yoga. All right, that's what you have to do. Most people get complacent. They want things fast. And the thing about life is, and I'm guilty of it, I'm probably the most guilty of it because I want things right now. I don't want to have to wait. You know, if someone would have told my parents or even told me, which doesn't make sense because it was before I was born, to just save $100 a week. Just save $100 a week. And by time, if you store that away in the right types of savings accounts, then by time your child becomes 18, they'll be a millionaire. They will be a millionaire. But it takes a very long, treacherous, boring journey to get there. And so you probably are not that. If you're listening to this video, you are not that. But that's totally fine because I wasn't that either. I grew up with a poor single mom who works her ass off, even to this day, and a father that wanted absolutely nothing to do with me. And so you don't get to change how you grew up. You don't get to alter your circumstances that you had no control over. But you're here now. You're here now. And so why not make the most of it now? I would tell that person that wants to reach some sort of financial freedom, I would say, firstly, I don't know if you even truly want that because you're not acting as if you want it. Anyone can say things. You could say you want a Bugatti, you want a Pagani, you want a Rolls Royce, you want a Richard Mille, you want a mansion, you want 10, 20 women doing everything you say, feeding you grapes. Fair. You can want that all you want. Good luck with that. The majority of you aren't going to get it unless you're asleep. Maybe in a dream universe somewhere, but that's not going to be your reality. And I can tell immediately because most of you motherfuckers aren't willing to work for it. You don't know what you're doing. By the way, this rhubarb and strawberry soda is actually not very good. You get it from the health food store. Not very good. But it's only 50 calories. That's another thing. Take care of your body. Take care of this little meat wagon that you have to haul around all fucking day for the rest of your life. Your brain's up here, but this up here only works as good as its carrier will allow it to work. It's little it's little meat wagon. So make sure you take care of yourself. And I'm guilty of it too. I don't go to the gym nearly as much as I should because I'm busy, because I'm doing things. But hey, if you truly want to bet on yourself and you really think that you have what it takes to make it, then take care of yourself because you're going to want to live a long life, especially if you reach the goals that you somehow know you're going to reach. I'm not too convinced myself, but I can look at someone and tell automatically whether or not they have what it takes just by their tenacity, determination, their vocal ability, their ability to ask people the right questions and tell people exactly what they want. They don't get stepped on. If you're a rug and you get stepped on, then you'll never make it because it's a very difficult thing to do. And you have to burn a lot of bridges. You have to piss a lot of people off in order to become the best at anything. And I'm not even saying you should become the best. I'm just saying for you to play ball, in order for you to make omelets, you have to crack a couple eggs, right? That's what you have to do. And the good news is not to get on some Gary Vee type shit, although he is necessary sometimes, much like a David Goggins. Although it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you in reality if you don't follow what he's telling you to do. And he breaks it down in such a weird way that it's really difficult to understand. However, you're young as fuck. If you look at the majority of most millionaires' lives, and let's say you're 30, let's say you're my age, they were doing absolutely nothing at that point in time, or maybe they were just starting a business. Most of them were probably doing a totally different thing than what actually made them profitable and prosperous. You have to try many different things. That's what you have to do. Try many different things and fall in love with those things. You don't have to fall in love with everything because you're not going to love everything, but at least try to fall in love with aspects of things, right? Fall in love with aspects of things. I studied to become a doctor. If I had ended up becoming a doctor, I guarantee I wouldn't love my job every day. I'm telling people they have non-curable ailments and illnesses. I'm seeing people at their worst. Maybe they might get me sick. Then I have to take that home and deal with that shit. Give it to my wife and kids. I may not like every aspect of that job. And if someone says they do, then they're probably bullshitting you. It's really redundant. And really all they do is just prescribe medication. They are waiting for you to tell them what type of medication to prescribe to you. That's it. And it's not really their fault because you want fucking medication. You don't want to be healed. You don't want to be told to go to the gym and eat healthy and eat less shitty food. So it's not their fault at all. Anyways, if I had done that, I guarantee you there's aspects that I wouldn't have enjoyed. But I would have enjoyed helping people at certain times. I would have found joy in certain aspects of that career, of that endeavor, that pursuit. That's what you have to find. Let's say that you love photography. Well, if you love photography, you're going to be in a world of hurt with AI because they're going to be able to recreate photos that look hyper realistic, not just real, but hyper realistic. And they're going to be instantaneous. You don't actually have to go to China to get the perfect photo of the who knows what, whatever they have in China, of their long ass wall, their shitty wall. You won't have to actually go. You won't have to go to New York to get a photo of the Statue of Liberty. You won't have to. So if you love photography, then stick with photography, but scale it. Figure out how to make money off it. And you won't enjoy every fucking part of that process. You won't enjoy if you become a wedding photographer talking to the bride for 2 hours on the phone trying to negotiate prices or trying to be like, I think this is a better lighting place than this place. It's like, shut the fuck up and allow me to do my job. But you can't say that. You have to spoon feed these people. So I'm sure that you may not enjoy every aspect of it, but you have to go with your passion because at the end of the day, you're not going to be happy if you do anything else. So why the fuck does it matter? If I told you that I would give you $1 million a year, but you'd be fucking miserable all year, wanting to end everything, every second of the day, you don't get to enjoy anything on your free time, your kids would probably hate you. You'd be like, fuck that, I don't want to do that. No. At first you'd be like, sure. And then you would be like, please God, take it back. That's all it comes down to. You have to do something that you enjoy. I enjoy doing this. Am I getting paid from it? No. But I've only put out 20 videos. This is my 21st video, or maybe 22nd. I haven't done it yet. I've done nothing. If you want to do something that gets respect, attention, something you can monetize, then you have to become a master at it. You have to do it over and over again when people aren't paying you. You think you could just come on YouTube and be fucking iShowSpeed or something? No. iShowSpeed it's not something new. It's not a new construction. It's something that was practiced 10 years ago. Dude's probably been streaming for 10 years in his mom's basement. He's been honing in on his craft. So you really, and I don't think you should monetize things like this, but if you want to, and you want to sell products like a toaster or whatever it is, you want to sell chocolate or Zyn tobacco, then go ahead and do this. But just know that it's going to be a very long journey for you. And you're going to have to get very, very good at it. Because in order to retain people's attention, you have to be the best. And it's going to be a long journey. I don't know what else to tell you. It's going to take everything out of you. So you better enjoy it. I really enjoy talking to a camera. I know I'm not the best at it yet, but guess what? No one's the best when they first start. And I've been getting better and better. Hopefully it's something that you guys want to listen to. But if not, then it's not for you. I only really have to find around 3 or 4 million people that enjoy listening to me. That's all I have to find. You know how many millions of people are in the world that speak English? And even if they can't, you can just transcribe this conversation. They just have to be told that they should listen to you. They have to be told subconsciously by their peers. So you have to put so much stuff out that you get that social gratification and that social acceptance, that stamp of acceptance. And then from then on, people will give you a chance because their peers like you. And so they better like you too. That's the way it works. That's the way all of this social media shit works. You have to get that stamp of approval from everyone else before you give something a chance. It takes a very long time. It takes a long time. I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life, and I probably won't see any sort of growth for probably 5 years, maybe 5 years. That's totally okay. I'm in it for the long run. So if you want to say to your future self or your future friends, I was there first, then like and subscribe now because I'm not going anywhere. I'll change, I'll adapt, I'll do whatever it takes. But the main thing, which is where I was getting to with what do you want to do and how to reach your version of success, is don't fucking quit. Adapt. You have to adapt. If what I'm doing isn't working, I'll adapt. I'll adapt and it'll get better over time. It has to get better over time. That's what you have to be doing. I don't know what else to tell you. That's what you have to be doing. You have to adapt over time and get better, and you will. Without a doubt, you will get better over time. I to get on another note, another topic, I heard the most invaluable quote the other day. Those that want to live in the top 1% will cater to the masses in order to get there. And those who cater to the 1% will live in the masses. Meaning, Mark Zuckerberg, right? He created a social network that the masses use. And now he's allowed to live in the top 1%. Someone that shines people on Wall Street's shoes outside of, like on 5th Street or 1st Street in New York City, the Big Apple. Those people cater to the top 1%. The people that are almost in servitude to them, that cook and do their cleaning, they're catering to the 1%. But the 1% is catering to you. So you have to find something that you can do that the masses will be attracted to and adopt and accept and use and enjoy. It doesn't have to be some revolutionary product. Someone created throwaway silverware and Tupperware. Someone else found out how to package salt. Someone figured out how to, I don't know, more easily create and execute upon the distribution of tissue paper. It's little silly things, but it has to be enjoyed or used by the masses. And that's how you get to the top 1%. There is no other way. There is no other way. You might be like, oh, well, iShowSpeed didn't create any product yet, but he's catering to the masses online, and he is the outlet that these big corporations will use in order to get their products known by the masses, right? He has sponsors. He has all kinds of things. He has all kinds of things. That's what you have to do. That's what you're going to have to do. I'm going crazy. I'm going cry. But yeah, that's what you have to do. What's something else I could talk about? We could talk about the homelessness problem. Recently, I saw a video of Nick Shirley, and he was in San Francisco. And in San Francisco, he was stepping on human feces, stepping on shit, bro. People were doing fentanyl in the streets. It was unimaginable. And I thought to myself, holy fuck, that looks a lot like where I came from. That's happening everywhere. San Francisco is just, it's slightly worse there because they're doing nothing about it. But I recently relocated to the spot I'm in now because I used to live at, and if you guys have heard any of my other videos, you might know that very nice apartment, the condo that I used to live in. It had everything there, the nicest of everything. It was wonderful. It was literally the most expensive place within 100 miles that you could live. And I live in a big city. So that place right there that I had mentioned previously, that place was infested with homeless people all around it. They would just up against it, sit up against it. And I live in Kansas. I don't live in fucking New York or San Francisco or LA. I live in Kansas, bro. And they were all over it. I couldn't even go outside. When I went to walk my French bulldog, my little puppy, that I'm sure you guys know about by now, I couldn't. I had to step over fucking homeless people. They were breaking into my car probably 2 times a month. They would just smash my windows. So much so that I put a sign up saying, please don't break my windows. My fucking door is unlocked. If you want to ramsack through this fucking thing, go ahead. Then I paid for very, very expensive parking. And the fucking idiots. It's literally like keeping, it's a mess. It's like a fucking zoo. And you want to keep those people out because you don't want it, they'll cause nothing but chaos. But anyways, they would just get into the very nice parking garage, and there was Lamborghinis and Porsches, and that very nice cars in there, motorcycles, whatever was in there, very nice vehicles. They would G-Wagons. They would literally just wait until they were let in, or wait until someone was opening the big garage door in order to get out. And then they would just go in. It was like Christmas morning for these people. I don't know how to fix that homeless problem, but I know it needs to be fixed because I sure as fuck wouldn't want to start a business down there. And the reason I said my old apartment wasn't in a braggadocious way, it was more so in a way to say that, hey, this is affecting everyone. The chief of police lived at my old apartment, and he didn't do jack shit about the homelessness situation. I would come home some nights and there was people in bikes looking into car windows, smashing windows. Like, I've caught them. And they do nothing. They don't give a fuck. What are you going to do? You're not going to do shit. You know? They don't care. One time, someone, and this is a true story, someone broke into my car and stole a box. It was a box of crackers. It was like a big box from Sam's Club or something that had little individualized packages of crackers. I think it was just crackers they stole. It's crazy. And then you have to go out and you feel totally violated, right? And your fucking glass is all over the ground again. And they've just ransacked your place and there's papers everywhere and all your shit's on the ground. It's a mess. It's an absolute fucking mess. I got so sick of that. That's why I moved out here. And much like how the people are feeling there, they're moving. If you don't clean up your fucking city and start enforcing things, then we're moving. Why would I work so hard? Think about this. If we went into total lawlessness, why would I work so hard? Instead, I would just start organized crime and steal from everyone else. If I knew that people could come in and ransack my apartment, steal everything from me, hit me over the head, and take everything I own, take all my money and watches and everything, car, then I wouldn't fucking work so hard. I'd be like, fuck this, this isn't fair. That's not right. I guess people in California can now steal up to, I think, $600 or $900 worth of shit. Why the fuck? You know, there's people in California right now that are probably working for their equivalent of minimum wage that are struggling. And then there's people that have given up entirely that are just homeless and steal $1,000 worth of shit and don't get prosecuted, don't even get stopped. Why would I work a job again? I beg your pardon? Why would I ever pay for groceries? Why would I ever pay for anything that I get at a supermarket if I could just take it? That's how they're probably thinking. You're thinking to yourself, well, that's wrong. But I guarantee you, if everyone around you was doing it and it got totally normalized and there was no consequence for doing so, eventually you might become one of them. We have to stop this. That, or just let's make everything free. Let's make everything free. Let's see how that goes. We need to get rid of these homeless people, and I'm sorry. I don't give a shit. I've hung out with them. I've tried to help them genuinely. They don't want your help. The majority of these people don't want your help. They're mentally ill. And that's up to our own society to attempt to fix that. I don't know how to fix it. I haven't studied fixing that. I've been busy building businesses and shit. And now I'm working at a job that, I don't necessarily enjoy doing right now, but it's a means to an end. And eventually I'm going to move on to bigger and better things. But I don't have time to be studying the effects of homeless people. I know the effects. Ask my car windows how the effects of homeless people are. That's just blatant. And you might say I don't have a heart, I don't have any compassion, but you've never done anything for homeless people. I would go out and give them homeless care packages. I would take them off the street and pay for meals for them to sit inside and at least get some good food in their system. Hell, I'd even buy them booze. I would. Drink whatever you want. I know you're going to spend it on drugs and alcohol anyways. Here, while you're in here and I know you're safe, have a couple beers. You've never done any of that. And so when I say that this is a problem that needs to be fixed, you can look at me all you want and be like, oh, I'm so disgusted with him. I can't believe he has no compassion. Or you could look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what have you done, bitch? You've done nothing. You sit around on your high horse all day. And that's the problem with California is they're doing nothing, but it's not because they're dumb. They're doing nothing because they're incentivized to do nothing. Do you know that they actually get paid? They get paid an immense amount of money per homeless person. So why again are we fixing this? If you get paid an exorbitant amount of money and people's jobs depend on there being homeless people, and the more homeless people there are, the more money they make, then my God, I would legalize fentanyl too. That's what I would do. Crack, come get it here. I've said all of these buzzwords on YouTube, so now I'm going to absolutely be shadow banned. This video will not be seen by anyone, so if you do see it, then please like and subscribe right now. Stop fucking around, like and subscribe, because I've said some pretty crazy shit, and I guarantee you that YouTube is not going to highlight this video on its For You page to anyone and everyone. But I say real shit. What else can I say? I am open and I am honest and I am real. That's the reason why they're not fixing this fucking homeless problem. That is simply the reason. Is because they're making money off it. If I was making money off it, I wouldn't solve it either. So, whatever. I totally get it. I totally get it. I understand what they're doing. It's no secret what they're doing. They're not actually helping these people. They don't want to help these people. These people offer them nothing. You don't see people that are running for office catering to these motherfuckers. You don't see them rallying behind these motherfuckers. No, they're rallying. And see, that's the thing with politics. When I said earlier, if how you want to become part of the 1% is you have to get yourself out to the masses. Your product or service has to appeal to the masses. That's what these politicians do. They appeal to the masses whilst working for the 1%. That's what they do. So you better become one of the top 1% wherever you live. It could be local. It doesn't have to be in the United States because that's a very, very difficult goal to attempt to obtain. And I think you should be going for that, but it might not just work for you. It might not work for you. Try to become someone in your city because otherwise there's no other reason why anyone would give a fuck about you and about what you wish your city to be. Whatever you want your city to be, get into power, and that will change immediately, right? Just get into power. That's what you have to do. And I seriously think that if you live in a big city and it's not treating you right, move away, move to the suburbs. Move to the suburbs. That's what I do. I used to live in that nice-ass apartment, and they didn't give a fuck. They didn't care about me. I said, bro, will you put cameras out here? By the way, put cameras in the parking garage where I pay hundreds of dollars a month to keep my car. No, no cameras. After the second time my car being broken into in the parking garage, the locked parking garage, that's supposed to have gated and human security, and it didn't, I was like, fuck you guys. Fuck you. I'm not going to pay you anymore. because you don't clearly give a shit. I can even file a police report, and the chief of police lives here. Fat fuck. Do absolutely nothing. I moved out here. I just ordered two expensive bicycles. By the way, when I was a kid, a bike used to be $100. Try buying a bike now. Buy a bike now. Look up what a bike costs now. A cheap bike, 600-700 bucks. I ordered a couple bikes I got on sale, and they're supposed to be here today. And then, I can go biking around the community where I live now. It's beautiful. There's really nice homes. Everything's brand new, new construction. It's a really, really nice place to be. They have all these wonderful bike trails that go all throughout the city. It's amazing. That's what I would say to you. Just move away. Move away. Make your money and get the fuck out of Dodge. You can appeal to the people in the shithole, but move away from it. I wouldn't spend that amount of money to live in San Francisco or any place like that if they're not going to take care of shit being flung onto the sidewalk out of someone's butthole. If you're not going to take care of that, the most simplistic of tasks, then I have nothing else to say to you. I don't know what to say to you. I'd be totally over it. Can't blame people for moving to Miami. Can't blame people. And by the way, Austin is a shithole too. I talked about this. I went to Austin. It's an absolute shithole as well. Move to Miami. That's what I would do. Move to Miami. I've contemplated it. It's not much more expensive than what I pay right here, right now. So, with that being said, thank you very much for listening, and I'll talk to you guys later. And remember, subscribe. Subscribe. Just do it. The fuck are you doing? Please subscribe. You won't regret it. Bye-bye.